Good day to all my Form 5 students. Today we are here to continue on part 16 of the chapter Redox Equilibrium, where in this part, we will be concentrating on chemical cell. Okay, so now before we start on chemical cell, I hope students have watched my part 15 video where teacher have explained how a certain metal becomes an oxidizing agent compared to a certain metal or a metal ion which becomes a reducing agent thanks to the standard potential value of a certain ions or metal. Now, using that knowledge, we are going to discuss regarding simple cell where standard electrode potential value is very important to determine the oxidizing and reducing agent for this process. Now, before we start, let me explain the meaning of simple cell. Now, simple cell is a setup of apparatus or a process where two different metal is dipped in one electrolyte through a connecting wire. Okay, now so this is an example of how to draw a simple cell. Students can see that teacher have drawn zinc plate in one end and copper plate at the other end, and an electrolyte is an aqueous solution called copper 2 sulfate. Now please remember the electrolyte must be in form of aqueous solution and also must be a non-aqueous solution but not a precipitate. So that's the meaning of aqueous solution. Make sure students choose a salt which is not a precipitate. For instance, please don't choose argentum chloride, okay, lead 2 sulfate. Okay, these are insoluble salts. So electrolytes must be salts. Okay, salt must be salts, ionic compound basically, and the salt that students choose must not be an insoluble salt, must be soluble salt. Please remember that. And let's go to simple cell is sometimes also called chemical cell or voltaic cell. So they have many names. In fact, they can also use the word Daniell cell. Okay, so the way they set up the apparatus for Daniell cell is a bit different. Students can have a look at Daniell cell, how they set up the apparatus for Daniell cell. But please remember the way Daniell cell works is same like simple cell. Now, the conversion of energy for simple cell is from chemical energy to electrical energy. From chemical energy to electrical energy, where the chemicals, okay, so the potential difference, which is technically the ability to transfer electron, will determine the movement of electron. When the electron starts to move, electrical energy will be produced. And another important point the teacher would like to highlight here is simple cell shows that it is a redox reaction. Why? Because there will be transfer or flow of electrons happening in the simple cell. So that is the reason why simple cell an example of redox reaction. Now let's prove on how simple cell becomes redox reaction. Before that, students must know that from the standard electrode potential value of what teacher have discussed and also the standard electrode potential value that students can find in the textbook, we know that standard electrode potential value for zinc is negative, more to negative value, which is negative 0.76 volt to be exact. And the standard electrode potential value for copper is more on the positive side, which is positive 0.34 volt. Now, this has a significance. What does it mean? Easier to donate electron. So, copper will be easier to receive electron. So that is the meaning. So from here we can start our oxidation and reduction process. Okay, now so let's go to who goes through oxidation, who goes through reduction. Okay, now please remember that since oxidation is some substance which is able to donate electrons, so we can say that zinc goes through oxidation, copper 2 ions go through reduction. So here please remember that students can't use, teacher, if I'm using zinc here, why I can't use copper? Now please remember, copper metal, copper atom cannot receive electron. We have indicated here that copper is going to receive electron. Whether it receives or donate electron, the value produced is still 0.34. So it's up to students to decide. When we decided a certain metal or metal ion going to receive electron, we must learn to change it accordingly. Now, since here only metal atom can donate electron, students must remember that metal ion can receive electron. Only metal ion can receive electron. So that is the reason why teacher wrote copper 2 ion goes through reduction. Alright. Okay. Now, so why are you telling that zinc goes through oxidation? Zinc goes through oxidation because donate electron, receive electron. So half equation, zinc donate 2 electron to become zinc ion, that produces the value 0.76 volt, and thanks to becoming a negative value, we can say that oxidation happens at negative terminal, and we can say that zinc will become negative terminal. Okay, so I hope students can watch this video few times in order to understand this concept. Okay, now please remember that since zinc gives a negative value, we can say that zinc becomes the negative terminal which undergoes oxidation. Please remember, in simple cell, negative terminal always goes through oxidation thanks to the ability to donate electron. Now, let's continue. So, of course, as usual, oxidation number increases. And we can see zinc plate dissolves. Okay, and here we can say that copper 2 ion receives electron, which is copper 2 ion receive 2 electron to become copper metal, and that is the reason why it has 0.34 volt value. So please remember that in part 15 video we have discussed that the electrode standard potential, okay, standard potential for positive value, which gives a positive value, is a strong oxidizing agent which goes through reduction. So since it's a positive, so that's the reason why we can say that copper becomes the positive value terminal. Okay, so please remember that in simple cell, positive terminal goes through reduction, or positive terminal receives electron. So now oxidation number reduces. Okay, and we can find brown, or we can say that copper plate becomes thicker. Okay, copper plate becomes thicker. Now we have to write the full ionic equation for this reaction. So full ionic equation, you have a way to write a full ionic equation where we write the zinc metal plus the positive. This is the positive, this is the negative terminal plus the positive terminal. Okay, then the metal ion at negative terminal, and the metal atom, the metal atom, then it becomes at positive terminal. Okay, so teacher repeat the full ionic equation. Since teacher have written the half ionic equation and teacher have showed students on how to write the full ionic equation, I hope students can remember. Okay, so negative terminal, positive terminal, then this is like a, okay, this is how they write the symbol, okay, then negative terminal again. So what happens after it goes through the process? Negative terminal and the positive terminal. This is how we are supposed to write. And another concept that I would like to highlight to students is we can determine how much is the potential difference produced by this cell. Meaning, teacher has given students the standard electrode potential difference. Okay, potential difference for each of the metal plates. Now, we can determine the voltage produced or the potential difference produced is the potential difference of positive terminal minus the potential difference of negative terminal. Technically, teacher have discussed this in one of our previous videos, where the standard electrode potential difference will be calculated as at cathode minus anode. Okay, anode. Teacher repeat, the standard electrode potential difference for cathode minus the anode. So looking at this, we can determine how much is the value of the voltmeter that can be produced. So the value of the voltmeter will be 0.34. Let me write like this. So let me bring it here. Positive 0.34 minus negative 0.76 volt. So we get positive 1.10 volt. So we can come into the conclusion that the voltmeter is going to give the reading of 1.10 volt. So this is how we produce this is how we discuss on simple cell. And please remember, the conversion of energy from chemical to electrical is thanks to the transfer of electron. Okay, the moment electron is being transferred, that is called chemical energy already. And this chemical energy will indeed produce an electrical energy. So that is proven by the reading of the voltmeter. Now, I think the teacher have explained enough for your understanding. If students don't get the concept that much, you can watch this video few times until you can get the concepts. Okay, so till then, thank you for watching teacher's video. Take care. See you all.